Employees were apparently shocked at what happened this week with Paramount and Netflix waking up to a new reality where they might be bought out by Paramount. And that means a lot of them are not going to have jobs for much longer. One exec inside of Warner Brothers said that the news was a gut punch and said it's obviously very upsetting to employees. Employees at the studio were said to be holding out hope that Netflix would come up with a new bid to outmaneuver Paramount Skydance's superior proposal and thought they'd at least have 4 days to keep their fingers crossed. But of course, that didn't happen. And the issue, to me at least, I'm not a business person, I'm not an expert or whatever. It seems like Netflix was making decisions based on how it affected their business. What is it worth to them to own these IPs? What does it cost them to acquire it? Paramount has some of that, but then it has all of these concerns that really have nothing to do with business. It has to do with, as Woz has pointed out earlier, a billionaire Nepo baby's desire to just control everything, their desire to exert political control over some of these Netflix, over some of these IP, the sub companies that they're now buying, the fact that they have a much closer relationship with Donald Trump. I don't see Netflix matching it, because if they had put more in, Paramount would have just put more. They have effectively unlimited money with which to pursue this, and they're not being constrained by normal capitalistic concerns. And so that was always going to be an issue. Paramount execs are super thrilled about this. One said there were tears of exhaustion and happiness. And at Netflix, where the streamer announced shortly before 3 p.m. that it was giving up on Warner Brothers, there was a lot of instant rumbling in the halls. There were audible sounds of whoa and other surprise noises emanating from offices and cubicles. Now, of course, Netflix will go on, and they're still gargantuan, and I'm sure they'll turn to try to acquire something else after this. It's really more Warner Brothers that I think many of us have to be worried about. And the biggest issue is just how many jobs will even exist after this. There's this thing going around, this idea that 1 + 1 will still equal 1, that if you have overlap between the people who already work at Paramount and the people who work at Warner Brothers, Paramount's not just like gonna be cool and let both of them keep their job. They're gonna cut as many as possible. And all of this is of course happening at the same time that every one of these execs at all of these companies is desperately trying to figure out what ChatGPT prompt is gonna let them eject all the remaining humans from the companies anyway. And so it's just like, it is gonna be so hard to maintain a job at these places. And insiders say they expect thousands of employees are going to be fired. We've seen that already with CBS, lots of people being fired. And I expect to see even more of it, Woz. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that's just every single merger. That's what happens. There's no exceptions to that rule. Like you said, there's just going to be a bunch of overlap. And so, a lot of these companies are going to shed employees. And, another thing that folks need to understand, this isn't gonna work out long term for Larry Ellison's kid. It's just not. The reason why Warner Brothers is for sale is because they were hemorrhaging money. These studios and entertainment platforms, for reasons nobody will ever understand, decided to listen to Wall Street and pursue streaming as a business to challenge Netflix, and they all failed and they all lost and they all burned a lot of money in the process. Like Paramount Plus sucks. Okay.
Yeah.
I like HBO Max, but again, like, these guys didn't realize that they were getting into the tech business with no tech background. Like, Netflix is a tech company. Like, they've mastered streaming because that's their bag. They haven't mastered content. By the way, they don't make content that's better than HBO or Disney or any of the content producing studios. But what they do know how to do is figure out how to keep users on their platform. They figure out UI and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That the other companies just couldn't compete. And so they were all hemorrhaging money off of this. And in the process, they blew up their golden goose, which was the cable bundle, where people were just like, why do I need a cable bundle if I could just stream this stuff for cheap? And in the process, they blew up their own business, chasing Wall Street, talking about, you guys need to go challenge Netflix, completely failed. And that's why we're in this position. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if in 5 to 10 years, Netflix was buying off pieces of this Paramount Warner Brothers monstrosity, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and probably cheaper at that point.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I agree with most of your points. I disagree about Netflix's content. I think Is It Cake is pretty great. So I think they've nailed content. I actually kind of like it. But and the issue with them always is that they cancel stuff that should continue. The Dark Crystal. Obviously, we should be on like season 10 of The Floor Is Lava, but regrettably they killed that too. So yeah, no, there's definitely concerns to go around. And yeah, I don't know why they all thought that they could make it, that we would just subscribe to 30 different streaming services for $500 total a month. I'm still subscribed to multiple, and some I want to keep. Some that I like, I'm not even like, I don't have HBO Max right now, even though there is stuff on there that I like. But yeah, I had Paramount Plus at one point. I didn't need to keep that. I don't like Peacock for the most part. I had it briefly because the WWE was on there. But like Netflix is like doesn't have Stranger Things anymore. I kind of feel like, although I'm probably gonna Google and find out that it's owned by Paramount, I just want to get like, I just want to have Pluto TV and that's it. And I'll just watch old episodes of Star Trek Voyager or whatever. There's kids shows on there. They play Rush Hour from time to time. Why am I putting so much? You know, library books are free. Why don't we just put like a couple years into no more video content? Let's just read some goddamn books because this is a mess.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to literally all of them. I don't think there's I probably don't have like Stars or something like that. But in terms of Paramount Plus, Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max.
Hulu is replaced from Netflix. Used to be the one that had the most shows I watched. Now it is Hulu. Actually,
Hulu. ESPN is cracking me over the head for $30 a month. Yeah. I don't have Disney Plus because I don't have kids and I don't care about Disney's products. But I think Disney Plus might be the only thing that I don't have.
We watched quite a bit on Disney,
and I've never done the math because I don't want to be depressed.
No, you don't want to do that. Yeah, I just remembered that I have ESPN Plus because WWE PLEs are on there now. I need to cancel that probably, but yeah, it's just a mess, and I don't like it. There's some good ones. Apple has got some good content or whatever, but there's just too much. Okay, I definitely think Hulu is number one right now. It used to be Netflix for me, but now it's Hulu.
If you enjoyed that, make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming an actual member. But you're probably wondering, why the hell would I do that, John? First off, calm down. The stakes in this are very, very low. But also, when you click the join button and you become a member, you get access to bonus content that I make every week, and it's a ton of fun. You get access to tons of custom emojis and more besides that. By the way, if you join at tier 3, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself and other awesome people, and we always have a great time. By the way, you'll get all that going forward, but you also unlock years of the back catalog. That is literally 100 or more bonus clips, top 10 lists, debates, and more. What are you waiting for? Click the join button below. Your support powers our show, and we couldn't do it without you. Or at the very least, I wouldn't really want to try. Viewers like you keep me here. So thank you in advance for joining.